from preschool to now he's, in 7th grade level, I've seen so much in this past 8 months, and I've seen his whole school life. It's just been amazing how much he's learned. I think that is probably one of the best things to see, is for him to see him coming from just having tears of just trying to read a sentence to now he can actually read a book. That's just like a huge accomplishment for him. And as a homeschool mom, that's just it's just everything. My name is Erica. My husband Josh and Tristin, our son. We homeschooled him from preschool, just trying to get him to just learn how to read, spelling, even writing was just awful. I mean, he'd have tears. We figured out he had dyslexia, and that's when we noticed that the distractions were really bothering him. That was a big part of his learning disability. Just could not concentrate at all.
I had trouble with reading and spelling, and I got distracted very easily when I'm doing my schoolwork.
And I think the more he couldn't do it, the more upset he would get. And any little distraction, it was just causing him even more hard times to even try to focus on something. He already had the problem focusing, so any little bitty distractions when we were just walking by would just make him real upset.
Well, when he was having these breakdowns and he was struggling to learn, it affected Erica because she was teaching him, even trying to pick out better curriculum maybe to help him read better or spell better. And with his breakdowns and just being very frustrated on trying to do those things, it made me feel bad for her because she thought she was failing because of what his dyslexia was and trying to learn. So when now I see a huge difference when they're doing their school, when she's teaching him, because that frustration's not there. He's wanting to learn. He's not having any breakdowns. So she's a lot happier, and she's feeling like, I can actually accomplish teaching him.
Yeah, we have done so much research on dyslexia and all the different homeschool curriculum that you can try with dyslexia kids, and none of it was really sticking. And so we felt like we just didn't know what else to do. We were just like, oh, what do you do now? Because he was struggling, felt very uncomfortable trying to read even in front of his friends.
One thing he did struggle with before Learning RX and the reading was, this is something I remember in particular, was at his birthday parties, where and this is just recent, like before, his last birthday, because he wasn't doing Learning RX, he would get cards, birthday cards, and in front of all his friends that he had at the birthday party, he couldn't read those cards. So that was, hard for him, where his friends are like, well, you're in 6th grade, you can't read like a birthday card? So, Erica would have to help him, and that's embarrassing. And now he is reading better than probably most of the kids that were, at that birthday party, just because he's just excelled that much. So.
Came to Learning RX, it was just, even in a month, I could just see that he was finally starting to learn something.
He's involved with motocross, so there's kids there that he's interacting with. There's kids at his church now, and his grade group that he's interacting with. Nowhere near as shy.
Came out of your shell.
Came out of your shell, exactly. Perfect word for that. So that's that right there made me just so happy to see him actually making friends and talking to them, not being worried about, they're not going to like me because I can't read, or I can't spell, or that type of thing. So I think that's helped you a lot. And with his motocross, I've even seen a difference with that, as far as him thinking clearer, making decisions better, even coming to me and saying, Dad, this isn't right, or that was something he didn't do before.
It makes me feel better. I feel like I can do it easier and especially on the line and stuff when the gate is about to drop, stuff like that.
That's a big one too for motocross distractions, because like there's usually 20 kids that race with him, so you have a lot of distractions on the track. So for him not being distracted like that is a huge thing. I mean, there are kids that get distracted, they might run right off the track or hit something or hit somebody else, where he focus. It's a lot of, and that's on the line. I have to tell him stay focused, and he's done very well. So and he enjoys reading now. Like he will read his 20 minutes by himself.
I am smarter than some people. At some things. I'm better at the reading and doing the spelling and remembering. I can remember a lot better stuff like that.
Dad even said that you might be smarter than him now.
Proud of him.
From homeschooling, I mean, it's just the way the whole program is teaching him. I would never have taught him that, like how brain training teaches him before. It's just neat to see how it helps their brain to learn, because his brain's not like other kids' brains, and so it's so harder for him to learn the way they could. And just to see him being able to learn that way, it's so neat to see.
It makes me feel happy and makes me feel good about myself.
Made Mom and Dad happy. So from homeschooling to motocross, he just does great in everything now.
Yeah.